I mean, at least we'll have fun out there. Last time I was in Nebraska, I was 11 years old, so I'm excited. I really appreciate you giving us a call, and I guess we'll talk to you in a little over a week.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Charlie. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Okay, bye. We're heading to Nebraska. 1 week. Woo!
Finding states to hunt for over-the-counter tags and DIY opportunities can be a challenge. This hunt in Nebraska came at the last minute. We were going to be arriving 1 day before the rifle season started. In Nebraska, during the rifle season, all hunters are required to wear orange vests and orange hats. We knew that was going to increase our challenge, but we were still excited for the opportunity to come out and see what we could get done in Nebraska. After 16 hours of driving, we got in late. We called up Charlie and made a game plan for the next few days.
Okay. Yeah, give me a call in the morning.
Okay.
Get around, I'll kind of show you a few spots that I know there's been some deer around, and it's on our ground, and it might be a good place to start.
Okay.
But yeah, give me a call when you get settled in or something, and I'll catch up with you. Maybe when I'm down here tonight, I'll give you a call and set something up too. So.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, we'll either hear from you tonight, and if we don't, then we'll give you a call first thing in the morning and see if we can tie in with you then.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Charlie, we appreciate you.
You bet.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Got 130 acres of corn to harvest tomorrow. We're gonna go see if we can help out with that a bit. And then we're gonna see, I guess he's been having a bunch of whitetail come onto his property. And we're gonna go see where they've been coming in and out of and see if we can put together a game plan and buy our tags and hopefully get a whitetail down on Saturday. That's the plan anyways. After a good night's rest, we met up with Charlie early the next morning. We went out to his cornfields to see what he had going on and see if we couldn't get something put together for the next few days here in Nebraska. We just tied in with Charlie. We're gonna follow him out to the farm. It's cold here. It's 24 degrees right now at 8:30 in the morning. It feels like 12 according to the weather. And I think it actually feels a little bit colder than 12. Because I'm from Arizona. In the state of Nebraska, farming makes up for 92% of the land usage and brings in over $21 billion to Nebraska's economy, which is a total of 6% of the nation's economy. Although cattle is a top agricultural export for Nebraska, corn comes in a close second and creates habitat for whitetail, mule deer, and pheasant. Charlie moved out from Arizona to begin farming and has stayed ever since. He graciously has opened up his land for us to explore and hunt on, and hopefully we'll be able to put a Nebraska giant down. Alrighty. Ready to rock and roll? Let's do it. Hasn't been any deer on it. Usually when it's frozen like this,
and deer come up and lick out of it, you'll see groove marks, tongue marks in the ice. So that's still solid.
As the sun set after a day of harvesting, we felt like we had a good game plan and were ready for the morning. Unfortunately, the next day was the beginning of the rifle season, and we knew that we would be archery hunting in full orange.
It's opening day of rifle season here in Nebraska, and we're just now getting to our stand, or a field that we're gonna hunt. We're not hunting with a rifle for bucks, we're still doing archery, so it might be a little bit challenging wearing bright orange coming across these fields. But it is foggy, and it's gonna be foggy till about 10, so hopefully we can have the fog help us hide our movement a little bit and maybe get on a buck today and possibly a few does as well. We'll see what the morning holds for us. There's a deer. It's a buck. He's a ways away. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dip down behind this hill, hike up and see if we can get closer. This fog will keep our motion hidden, but we gotta get behind that hill so he doesn't see us. There's 2 deer. Let's go. He's bedded down. The buck's bedded down. There's 2 does. And a buck down this field. There's a doe here, and the buck's bedded down. The wind's blowing this way. We might go back over by those cows and let the cows cover our movement. Walk with the cows. I just can't tell if that's a buck or not. If it's not a buck, it looks like a buck. But if it's not a buck, it's just a mule deer doe, we don't want to waste our Nebraska tag on a mule deer doe. That is a buck. Look at him. He's a 1-antlered wonder. He's a mule deer, but he's only got 1 antler. I think we're gonna go after him. I wanna know what happened to him. He's got 1 antler. They're on high alert right now. We're just gonna sit here and wait until they bed down and we can make a move. That other doe that was with him spooked off. And the buck and the doe went with him. With her. Dang it. Freaking one-horn deer. Come to Nebraska, they've got monsters. On one side.
This segment of Origins TV is brought to you by Toe Dog, the world's toughest recovery toe strap. To find out more, go to toedogusa.com. After the morning hunt, we decided to check out some other properties. While we were checking out the other properties, we came across another mule deer buck. This one was also a one-horn wonder. This was the perfect opportunity to get T-Bone, my camera guy, on his first mule deer harvest.
That's why they call it hunting, not shooting. Well, we just found Half Rack. He's feeding in a field about 200 yards away. But we locked the keys in the truck. Well, I guess we can deal with this later. That buck first. If I can get within 70 yards, I can make a good shot. I think Half Rack is the one on the left here. There's 3 deer, 2 does, 1 buck. This is the buck from this morning with only 1 horn. He's only got 1 antler, but he's kind of cool. And after this morning, I gotta seek vengeance on them since they gave me the slip twice. There he goes. Old Half Rack gave us a slip again. And we locked the keys in the pickup. Dang it.
After getting the slip from Half Rack twice, we decided to go check out some new property. We ran into a cattle rancher in town who had over 10,000 acres of cattle land, filled with sand hills, deep washes, and canyons. Not only that, but because we were hunting with our bows, he gave us permission to hunt some of the feed plots and shelter belts around his cattle. It didn't take us long that next morning to get on a good group of bucks. We were hoping that this was going to change our luck, since the trip thus far had been an uphill battle.
Alright, there he is. There he is. Look at it. He's huge. Huge buck. farmer just shot him. That guy in the field just shot the deer.
After seeing the amount of deer activity in the field that we were hunting, we decided that it would be a good idea to build a ground blind close to the edge of the shelter belt with some of the debris laying around. And even though we didn't harvest the buck we were after first thing in the morning, we were still optimistic about the rest of the hunt, and we're excited to come back that evening to see if we can get the job done. This segment of Origins TV is brought to you by Toe Dog, the world's toughest recovery toe strap. To find out more, go to toedogusa.com. Quit crying over spilt gas. Start fueling up with the heavy-duty, 6-layer, no-spill cans from SureCan. With its patented rotating spout and thumb-release trigger, spilt gas will be a thing of the past. Feed your machines. Go to SureCanUSA.com.
Heading into the stand right now. We had an unsuccessful morning, but we found this cool farm that has a bunch of deer coming in and out of it. We saw some does, a big buck, and some smaller bucks, but we built a ground blind. The problem is now we got a bunch of cows trespassing in front of our ground blind, so it might be hard to get a clean shot off. We'll have to avoid the beef in the area, but it's 2 o'clock. We'll see. We got a bit before last night. We got about 3 more hours of hunting, so we'll get in here early and see if we can get it done.
Although we were unsuccessful at harvesting a mature Nebraska whitetail buck or mule deer, we definitely learned a lot on this trip. Having the opportunity to come to a state like Nebraska and put things together on a DIY hunt is something that is unmatched. Being able to learn about new states and how to hunt them is something I truly enjoy, and I know for a fact we will be back.
Some pheasants. Missed them. Dang, there's a lot of birds right there.